She's this year's undisputed queen of the court. 3 singles titles, an unprecedented $6.4 million prize, and now the 23-year-old will see out 2019 as world number 1.
It's bizarre, if I'm being completely honest. It's been the most incredible year.
So how does the world's top tennis player celebrate?
For me, it probably starts with a bit of a sleep in tomorrow and a pretty cruisy day.
Okay, incredible year. I don't know where to start. You said after you won China you wanted to get back to Oz, sit on the couch, have a beer and reflect on it all. We've got the couch. We don't have the beer, unfortunately. But have you had a chance to do that? Have you had a chance to celebrate?
I did, yeah. Look, with my family, my friends, I probably had a few too many beers, if being completely honest, but it was nice to be able to relax for those couple of weeks and really switch off.
Did you still play any tennis on holiday, or you just completely?
Oh God, no.
What did you do? How do you relax?
Oh yeah, I gave my rackets away, but played a bit of golf.
Golf? Are you any good at that?
I can hack around occasionally, and then just played with my niece and nephew and just really enjoyed the domesticated life, I suppose. I find cleaning my house very therapeutic as well because I don't get to do it often.
Cleaning the house feels a world away from her winning streak in Europe this year, which culminated with French Open glory. Like, has it sunk in? Like, it looked like you were like, what the hell's just happened, you know?
Yeah, I did say what the hell in as many words, but no, I think it was bizarre. It really was. I didn't think that if I ever got lucky enough to win a slam, and I didn't think it would be at Roland Garros, and it just proves that all the work that you put in, if you keep putting yourself out there and kind of become vulnerable and just have a crack, just go there and have a go, and you never know what can happen. So it was an amazing fortnight for me, and the stars aligned.
Was it a bummer that Mum and Dad couldn't be there?
Well, it was actually pre-planned that they were already flying over to be in the UK, so Mum and Dad actually had time to land and get to the house to be able to watch the whole final, which was really cool.
The young tennis great got her taste for tennis early on.
It was just before my 5th birthday. Originally wanted to play hockey, but Mum and Dad didn't really know what hockey was about, but loved tennis. So we thought we'd give tennis a crack, and here we are.
Well, you've done cricket, you've done tennis, you could do hockey next. You could really make it a trifecta.
I have never picked up a hockey stick. I think I might be a bit of a, I'd struggle with that, I think.
You read, like, Agassi's books and, you know, he became good doing 500 balls a day kind of thing. Is that what it was like for you when you were growing up? Was tennis that much of a focus, or was it something you just enjoyed?
Absolutely not. It was fun. It was fun, right. And there was this young girl who just loved to play tennis. I would come home from school and I'd hit balls against our garage wall for hours and hours and hours. It used to do Dad's head in. The garage used to back right onto the living room, so he'd just hear me knocking on the whole time when I get home from school, but I just loved it.
Could you ever have anticipated growing up that you would be the world number 1?
Absolutely not. For me, I think maybe I was a little bit scared to admit it and say it, that I want to be number 1. At the start of this year, probably for the first time in my life, I really set goals. I really set specific goals of what I wanted, and it's amazing when you put your hopes and dreams out into the universe, how the world comes around and helps you.
While she's had a dream run this year, it hasn't always been that way. After spending most of her teen years on the court and winning the Junior Wimbledon at just 15, Ash made the shock decision to walk away from tennis indefinitely.
I honestly missed school. I wasn't at school a lot in grade 10, 11, 12, and I think I missed a lot of my friends. Just, I don't know, whatever you do at school, you muck around with your friends, and I kind of missed that normality and missed catching up with them. And there were times where I was at school for 20 odd days a year, and that's not really enough time to be able to catch up with your mates and really build those relationships. So I think part of me missed that, but then I realised once I did stop, just how fortunate and how lucky I was to be in a position to be able to play tennis.
I remember reading that your dad, when you quit tennis, I think it was 2014, and said, I'm having a break, that he wondered if you'd ever come back to it. And here you are, world number 1. I mean, for them, is it bizarre as well?
Must be, I think. As a family, we'd put so much time and effort into my kind of first phase of my career, I suppose. Living at tennis courts on the weekends, tournaments all around the country. So, I think I'm glad that I was able to find clarity in my mind, probably more than anything, that I could come back for them.
You've had some incredible relationships with some of the greats. You're great friends with Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley. What's been some of the best advice she's given you?
I think with Yvonne, she calls a spade. She really does, and I love that honesty. I think when I stopped playing as well, she just sent me a message saying, go fishing, doll. Like, good decision, go and relax, sort your mind out. And this was it's a pretty special message to get from someone
Absolutely.
Of Yvonne's calibre. And I think when I came back into the sport, you know, it was like I never left, and she's just been remarkable all my life.
Obviously, Margaret Court's obviously another great, but it's been a tricky time at the moment for Tennis Australia. They've made the decision to honour her at the Oz Open. She's clearly incredible at tennis. Is she good for tennis? Is she good for the sport?
There's not too many better in the world that have achieved what she has, and I think now my generation, I suppose, is trying to create our own path and our own successes, both on the court and off the court. And yeah, for me, it's about now just trying to kind of create my own legacy.
The Barty brilliance shines bright in Shenzhen as the world #1 upends the defending champion.
Well, you don't lose very often, but when you do lose, are you someone that needs, like, you know, go in a room, quiet, leave me alone, or do you want to speak to family? What do you do when you're feeling like that?
Depends on the match a little bit. I think there's probably only been 2 or 3 matches this year where I've come off the court disappointed. It's those tough days, those kind of lonely days where you want to hide a little bit, but you know, I'll call up my sister and speak to my niece and nephew, and they don't know any different. They don't care whether you've won, lost, whatever has happened in your life. They just want to have a chat with you, which is, you know, the highlight of my day when I'm on the road for sure.
Are they going to reap the benefits from your incredible year on the court? From, you know,
well, I think
Christmas presents.
They'll be really excited for a little swing set that's coming along. That'll be built and unpacked on Christmas Eve, and a nice present from Santa come Christmas morning.
Is it hard when you reach #1? Like, then what's your new goal you set? I mean, I guess the possibilities are endless, but what are you wanting to do?
Yeah, it's about setting little goals, I think, little focuses throughout the year, and to be honest, I haven't even thought about next year yet in that sense.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed the couple of weeks off. I haven't really spoken to Ty's, my coach, much. We're in each other's pocket for 40 weeks of the year. It was nice to have a bit of separation and just go and spend time with your family, mate. I'll see you in a few weeks for pre-season, but
Spend it with the other man in your life, not him.
correct.
But there is one clear goal Ash has in mind, and it's got nothing to do with tennis. I've heard you're a barista. Is that true?
I'm working towards it. I've done kind of half of my barista course. I'm a total coffee snob. I'll be the first to admit that. And that's the first thing I do every new country, every new place is I find my local. I find my local wherever it is. And but yeah, I love it. It's a way for me to, unwind, relax, especially when I'm on the road, but there's nothing like a coffee at home.
Well, I feel like we can't do an Ash Barty interview without seeing a tennis court. I've got some fun planned for you outside. Are you happy to come along for the ride?
Let's do it.
I'm going to stop you right there because you don't have something fun. You want redemption. Because back in the 90s, you were a ball girl, but you were so rubbish that Yvonne Lendl, boom, hit you in the noggin with a serve that you didn't catch. And so now you want another world #1 to fire balls at you to prove that after all this, you actually can catch. I had to be there for this.
So you reckon you're the best here. We've never seen it put to the test.
I never said the best.
You know, you said the best ball girl of all time.
I think I heard the best.
Yeah, I heard the best. Ash Barty's here to put you to the test. You're going to go one bounce and into the hands.
One bounce and into the hands.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
No
On a scale
contact.
of 1 to 10, how close was she?
1.
Just go body line.
Oh,
I thought you said 1 to 10 again.
Sorry, it's been 25 years.
No, we're 0 for 3.
Okay, I've got this. Oh!
I mean,
And then I've got to roll it back.
hey, that wasn't bad.
That was good.
All right, last one.
All right, last one, okay.
She was hit in the head by Yvonne Lendl. I think it would be nice if she's hit in the head again. I don't expect it, but just absolutely line her up.
Is he telling you to
Absolutely,
smash
yeah.
it in my head?
No, just a standard one. Another one. Here we go.
Okay.
Final one. Carry balls more. Let's see what you can do.
That was a stitch up from Tommy. That is not me.
Sure, okay.
I'm so sorry.
All right, not the best in history ever. All right, I need to use my finger for the summer.
Have you ever?
Thank you. I'll shake your hand, but I can't.
You're laughing, but you're not laughing.
It's really sore. I
you-
did ask for it, so.
You showed me your fingers
Yeah,
today, and it's
quite
twice the size
That's
of it.
good. It's fine. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, what a dead set legend. Honestly,
it's
one of the most
amazing.
delightful people I've ever interviewed.